everybody. Welcome back to House of Games. Not just welcome back to you, but welcome back to our 4 contestants, because we have a week where people have played before. A Champions Week, you say? Why, no. A Redemption Week. 4 people who didn't win before have another opportunity to win this trophy right here. Who are our 4 redemptees? Is there a better word for that? Losers. Redemptees this week. They are Glenn Moore.
Hello.
Michael Buerk. Hi. Thanyia Moore.
Hello.
And Kate Humble.
Hello.
Hey, everyone. Welcome back. Lovely to have you here. Hand-picked second placers from across the series. Now, Glenn, when you last played, everyone was sitting closer together.
They were.
Because you were the very, very, very last pre-COVID contestant.
Some of us say we caused the outbreak.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying that.
Yeah.
Not yet proven, I will say that. But you had Sean Williamson on your week, the greatest celebrity quizzer of all, so...
Honestly, a professional quizzer. Seconds before we started recording on day 1, you let slip that when you appeared on another game show, he was your phone a friend.
Yes, he was.
And then the camera started rolling. And to this day, that is one of the most demoralising things I've ever heard in my life.
I'm so sorry, but welcome back. Michael, lovely to have you back. How are you feeling about this week? Do you think?
Well, when you said second placers, that's a bit of an exaggeration. I was 4th placer by a country mile.
Do you think maybe you could manage a 3rd now?
I'm ambitious.
That's good to hear. Thanyia, lovely to have you back. So nobody here has won a prize.
No one.
Because no one's won a show. Someone's going to win a prize. Should we take a look at today's?
Let's do it.
OK. Anyone who wins today will take home one of these. You could have the shower curtain, ill-advised choice. You could have the planter, the cologne, ill-advised choice, the cafetiere or the fondue set. What do you think?
I'm in my plant mum era.
Ah, OK.
So that's speaking to me loads. But the more you say ill-advised is the more I want it.
Yeah.
So now I want the shower curtain.
Oh, God, don't. Kate, what would you go for, do you think?
Well, I think, I think the ill-advised cologne, just to get a whiff of you every morning, would I mean, what girl would turn that down?
But then the badgers would come nowhere near you. The career would be gone.
That's true.
Now, listen, you know what happens? I press this buzzer, a new round comes up. We never know what it's going to be. I never know the answer, so I'm playing along as well. Let's do it. Our first round is... Rhyme time. Fingers on buzzers, please, everybody. 2 questions at a time. The answers rhyme with each other. Here's your first one. Band known for their extravagant face paint, whose hits include Crazy Crazy Nights. And first name shared by Hollywood actors Pine, Pratt, Evans and Hemsworth. That is Glenn.
Kiss and Chris.
Kiss and Chris. That's absolutely right. It is Kiss and Chris. Here's your next one. What is this? And what is this? Yes, Glenn.
Brain drain.
Brain and drain. That's absolutely what it is. Lovely. Next one. City in Mali, whose name is often used figuratively to mean a remote or unknown place. And French term for an often clandestine meeting at an agreed time and place.
Ooh.
Yes, Michael.
Timbuktu and rendezvous.
Oh, that's a classy answer.
Yeah.
There you go. Well done, Timbuktu and the rendezvous. Well played, Michael. Next 2. Choice when flipping a coin. And title given to Prince William in 2022. Yes, that is Thanyia Moore.
Head king?
It's not, I'm afraid.
Damn it!
That is Glenn.
Heads or tails, Prince of Wales.
Yeah.
Heads or tails, Prince of Wales. It is heads or tails, Prince of Wales. Next 2. Tuscan city that has a horse race in its Piazza del Campo twice a year. And what is the title of this song? Yes, Kate.
Sienna, Vienna?
Sienna, Vienna?
Oh.
Absolutely. Sienna and Vienna by Ultravox. Next 2. Tarzan's chimpanzee companion. And unit of capacity equal to around 1.75 pints. Glenn.
Peter Lita.
It is not Peter and Lita, I'm afraid. Well done for guessing Tarzan's chimp companion, though. It is Cheetah and Lita. Final question in this round. Fingers on buzzers. To start a football match from the centre spot. And surname of the Baywatch and Knight Rider star, David. Glenn.
Kick-off Hasselhoff.
Kick-off Hasselhoff. Absolutely right. That's the end of our first round. Let's take a look at our first leaderboard of the week, shall we? It's going to be good news for Glenn, less good news for Thanyia. Thanyia yet to get off the mark. Michael and Kate, you have 1 point each. Glenn, you got 4 points. Very nice. Let's play our first pairs game of the week, shall we? It is distinctly average. Thanyia, you're in 4th place. Who would you like to play this round with?
Glenn.
The Moore stick together.
Yes!
Yeah, we've got the Moore team. So Glenn and Kate, if you'll swap seats, please. We've got the 2 comedians, both called Moore. And Michael and Kate, I can't think of anything other than 2 of our finest broadcasters. Tab this out, please, everybody. I'm going to ask you a series of questions. Write me down a number as your answer, and I will take the average of each pair as their answer. OK, play along at home, see if you can beat the 2 teams in the studio. Give me an answer to this, please. How many cobbles were used in the construction of the new Coronation Street set in Trafford Park, which opened in 2013? How many cobbles are there in the Coronation Street set? That's a good question. They're all real cobbles as well, reclaimed from Salford and Eccles. Kate, what are you thinking here? Quite a hard one to quantify.
It's quite a hard one, but I'm thinking with Coronation Street, it's built to last. It's been going forever. So, you know, you've got to go real cobbles.
What are we saying?
So I'm going 2,340
OK,
cobbles.
2340, 2,340. Michael, up or down from that?
Slightly down, but we're definitely on the same page, Kate and
OK.
me. Just a little bit less than Kate. Nice round figure.
Got 1,800. So your average is 2,070. We turn to team stand-up. Thanyia, what are you saying?
Yes. I went with 1789.
Very close to Michael's. This is like the round where we ask for years from history. Apart from yours, Kate. Glenn, up or down?
Yeah, well, when I was about 9 years old, my family took a day trip, and instead of going to Alton Towers, we went to Granada Studios.
Wow.
And I think I was so bored and disappointed, I counted the cobbles. And if it's anything like what it was in the first place, I think 4,500.
4,500, says Glenn. So your average is 3,100. So we've got about 2,000, about 3,000. What do you think at home on this one? Shall we find out? Let's see how many cobbles are there, which team has scored the point. 4,000. OK.
Yes.
Honestly, I was not thinking that high.
Yeah, we don't deserve anything for that.
Excuse me, speak for yourself. We won.
That's the way to score a point, isn't it?
Yeah,
51,000 out, but you get yourself a point. Well done, Thanyia and Glenn.
I'm in the game,
54,000. Very well done if you went big at home on that one. 54,000 cobbles. Next question. Oh, that's a good one.
Ooh.
How many billionaires were there in the world in 2022? It's according to Forbes magazine, which is known as the rich people's magazine. How many billionaires were there in the world in 2022?
What?
Are you looking at Glenn's answer?
Yeah.
You're not supposed to.
We're on the same team.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, that cannot be your answer.
It is.
That can't be.
It's billionaires, not millionaires.
Neither of you is allowed to change your answer from here on.
I put my pen down.
I'm looking
10
forward.
toes.
I'm now looking forward to both of them.
OK.
Everybody is in on this one. Do you know what? I'm going to leave you two for now. I'm going to start down here again. Michael, what are you thinking on this?
Well, I'm not quite sure what happened here, but I'm thinking it's fewer than you would imagine. A billionaire's quite a high bar, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I'm going for 280.
280, says Michael. Kate, up or down?
Quite significantly up.
OK.
I was going to go sort of low, and then I thought, but there's all these people who've done stuff with Bitcoin and things that I don't understand, but seem to have made a lot of money. So I'm going 1,875.
1,875 billionaires. So your average? 1,077 billionaires and half. Now, where do we go first with these two? They both know each other's answer, and they both find each other's answer very, very troubling. Glenn, I'm going to start with you.
OK. I regret going as low as I did. I went for a mere 46.
46 you've gone for. I thought you were going to go high and Thanyia was going to go low.
Kate's comment about Bitcoin billionaires has suddenly really panicked me into thinking very tons more.
Honestly.
So, Thanyia, did you look at 46 and think you'd gone insanely high?
Incredibly.
OK, listen, you never know. 46, so Thanyia, you're going down from that.
I went really down because I was like, well, there's not many there's loads of millionaires, but not billionaires.
Yeah.
And then you said Bitcoin and my heart started pumping. And now I'm like, can we just start this whole day again?
So what are you saying?
I said 3.
Thanyia, we can name more than 3.
I mean, you're sitting between 2 of them. 3 is an amazing answer.
I think this just lets you know how much money I have.
So your average is 24 and a half. OK, we've got 1,000, we've got 24. What do you think at home on this one? How many billionaires are there in the world? And have Kate and Michael scored a point? 2,668 billionaires. Hey, very good answer. Collectively, they're worth over $12 trillion.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know. That's a lot of billionaires. Kate and Michael, very, very well played. Final question in this round. According to the Government's Office of Rail and Road, how many level crossings are there estimated to be in Britain? That is absolute textbook House of Games. How many level crossings are there in Britain? Everyone is in. What do we think at home on this one? Thanyia, what are you thinking here?
I went 250 on this one because there are lots of parts of the UK that some of us don't drive to, only comedians go to get to gigs.
That's true.
And then you find a random rail crossing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
250. Glenn, you go to random parts of the country as well. Have you gone up from 250?
I've gone down from that, but kind of still a low number. I've gone for just 90.
That feels low. Listen,
But
I haven't seen...
how many have you come across?
But level crossings? I mean, in London, there must be 90.
No, I don't think I've ever
crossings?
encountered any in a city.
Are you saying you've never encountered a level crossing in a city?
I don't think so. Well, now obviously I have. I'm now realising this is a comically low number.
So your average is 170 level crossings. Kate, have you gone higher than that?
I've gone significantly higher than that because I feel like I've sat at quite a lot of them. So I have gone 632.
632, says Kate. Lots of rural ones as well, aren't there, out the countryside? Michael, up or down?
I've gone very much too high.
I don't think that's too high. 2010, says Michael. So your average
We are
is
massively off.
1,321. What have you got written down at home? What do we think on this one? Level crossings. We've got 170. We've got 1,300. Have Kate and Michael scored the final point of the round? How many level crossings are there in Britain?
Oh, get out!
1,300.
Really?
You named them.
1,300. I got to say, it's one of the worst played rounds of Distinctly Average in history, but a lot of fun. Glenn and Kate, if you'll swap back seats, please. Welcome back, Glenn. Let's take a look at our leaderboard, shall we? 2 rounds down in Redemption Week on House of Games. Thanyia off the mark with 1. Kate and Michael, you have 3 each. Glenn Moore still in the lead with 5 points. Well played, Glenn. I say well played.
Sorry.
But listen, you're in the lead.
That should disqualify me.
Let's play round 3, shall we? It is... There once was a quiz host called Richard. In this round, I'm going to read you a series of limericks that were written by our question setters. You just need to buzz in when you know what the limerick is about. This presenter's an affable cove. With awards, yes, a whole treasure trove. Always smiles, never grumbles. From rumble to jungle, he was Duncan in that biker grove. Yes, Kate.
Either ant or deck. I'm going to go ant.
Is it ant? Oh, it's not ant, Thanyia.
Deck.
Is it deck? Declan Donnelly is the answer. Next one. To move these stones must have been tough. Almost 6 million tons of the stuff. Yes, Kate.
Stonehenge.
Is incorrect, I'm afraid. Don't go in, there's a jinx. It sits next to a sphinx. Glenn.
The Great Pyramid of Giza.
Is it the Pyramid of Giza? And it's a wonder, they say. Fair enough. Ah, the Great Pyramid of Giza, absolutely right. And next one. This champion had plenty to say, and the greatest he was in his day. Michael.
Muhammad Ali.
Surely it is, shall we see? His trash talk was witty, and in a Philippine city, he sure made that Joe Frazier pay. Well done, Michael Muhammad Ali. Next limerick. In this sitcom for over 10 years, two brothers had matching careers. Ooh, Glenn.
Frasier.
Daphne came from afar and lived in with the star, whom you might just remember from Cheers. Hey, that's an early buzz. That's a very early buzz.
Wow.
Here's your next one. This star of the large and small screen, whose roles include more than one queen, was in Peep Show as Sophie, Glenn.
Olivia Colman.
And has won the odd trophy, like that Oscar in 2019, Olivia Colman. He knows his limericks. And that's the end of that round. Little round of applause to our question setters for those limericks. Well done, everybody. And let's take a look at the leaderboard. Good round for Glenn Moore there. Thanyia, you have 2. Kate, you've got 3. Michael with 4. Glenn Moore with 8. Is redemption coming first to Glenn Moore? I wonder. 2 rounds to go to hold on to a 4-point lead. Let's find out, shall we, as we play round 4, which is... Put your finger on it. Tablets out, please, everybody. I'm going to show you a series of pictures, and I'm going to ask you to put your finger on something.
OK.
The first picture is this. And I wonder if you could put your finger on Lala. So which of those is Lala, I wonder? What do we reckon? Have a little point at the screen at home. Everyone is in. Glenn, are you a fan of the Teletubbies?
I have the benefit of having an 18-month-old. So every night when he goes to bed, I watch Teletubbies.
What? Just to wind down?
Yeah, just to wind down, just to take the edge off.
Would you say you're fairly competent?
Yes, I think I'm fairly confident.
OK, so let's see where Glenn has gone. Glenn's assumption is that that is Lala. Michael.
Teletubbies are a foreign country to me. I recognise a couple of them, but
From
people I know, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But I've gone for the one in the acid green.
OK, you've gone for the green. Thanyia, what are we saying?
I thought singing the song in my head would bring up some memories, and it didn't, so I just guessed the yellow one.
Kate, are you a fan of the Teletubbies?
No. Yeah, they were a little bit after my time, just a little bit. So I was trying to remember, like you, Tony, I was trying to remember, wasn't there something about, like, Tinky, Winky, Mama and Po or something? I was trying to remember, and I thought Lala was the third one, and I thought it probably goes in size order, so I'm going to go yellow.
Ah, so you've gone downwards the side.
Yeah.
That's incredible deduction.
That's really
That's
good.
incredible.
Do you think
I just know the purple one isn't. That's all I know for sure. I just don't know the rest.
What do we think at home? We've got 3 on the yellow Teletubby. We have Michael Buerk on the green Teletubby. Which one of those is Lala? 3 points given away there. Very well done. Michael, you're on Dipsy.
I never thought I'd hear in my life the sentence, Michael Buerk, you're on the green Teletubby.
Dipsomaniac.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at another picture, shall we? Oh, OK. I wonder if you could put your finger on the stroke. Which one of those is the stroke, please? What do you think at home on this?
Sorry, the stroke is a person?
You're starting from a long way back on this, Tanya.
Babes, listen, I'm telling you, me and water sports, we are not friends.
Right.
So we're looking for the stroke there. I think we can all see the cocks fairly clearly.
Yep.
Michael, what are you saying?
The stroke is the kind of lead oarsman, then the other oarsmen have to see him. So by a process of deduction, though not a rower, I would say he's the one next immediately facing the cocks.
That is Kate Humble levels of deduction there.
Wow.
So, yeah, you've gone with the first seat there. Thanyia, what are you thinking?
Mate. After I asked if it was a person and you gave me that face, I assumed it wasn't a person.
Oh, you assumed it wasn't a person?
No.
OK.
So I've gone for a part of the boat.
All right. Just the side middle of the boat.
Just a bit that I thought, because I started to do the action and I was like, because when you do it this way, the paddle goes up, so when you come back, it has to stroke.
The stroke.
That must be the stroke.
Listen, it could be right. Is that Kate Humble levels of deduction? We'll find out. Kate, what are you saying?
I have to say that Michael and I were in tune clearly with our deductions in this round, because I don't row either, but I think the stroke is the person who sets the pace and everyone follows. So I've gone for the same person as Michael.
Gone for the same person, the front seat there. And Glenn, what are you saying?
I've arrived at the same answer as Michael and Kate. I didn't use anywhere near those levels of deduction. I just thought it was either the front guy with the oar or the rear guy with the oar, and assume maybe it was the front guy.
So you've gone with the front guy as well. So we have, again, a split of 3-1. What do you think at home? Any rowers out there? Which one of these people is the stroke? Another 3 points. Well played, everybody. Nicely done. Absolutely. The one that front sets the stroke rhythm. Now, final question in this round. Final picture. Which one of these is the reflex angle? I definitely did this at school. I remember doing this a whole year. All we talked about were angles. I think I know it. I think I'd be confident. My O-level maths teachers, if you're out there, I think I got this. OK, what do we reckon on this one, Thanyia?
I've gone 75 degrees.
You've gone 75 degrees?
Yes.
Any thinking or just...?
Just, I was flexing my foot.
Foot flex?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, how would this go?
There you go.
I was playing with 105, but I thought 75 is
75.
best. Yeah.
Kate, do you remember any of this from
Absolutely
school?
none of it at all. So I went sort of not similar thinking to you. I was thinking when they test your reflexes and they bash you on the knee, you do a bit of a... So you're not going to go at 270 degrees, but you might go 75. So that's... I chose 75 as well on that.
Got two players on 75. Glenn, do you agree with that?
No, I thought, and I might be making this up completely, that the reflex angle is when it sort of goes backwards as opposed to staying straight or going inwards. So I thought it was either 270 or 105, and I went with 105.
You went for 105. Michael, did you do this at school?
I did, but my O-level maths is...
rusty.
A different century, and I've completely forgotten it. But reflex implies to me that it's kind of turning back on itself, so the 75 degrees more accurately reflective.
OK, so we have, again, three people agreeing with each other and just Glenn disagreeing. I think it goes acute, right angle, obtuse, straight line, reflex, circle. That's what I think.
That's my backup.
That's what I think. Oh, my God, I'd be so happy if this
I'll
was
be
right.
so annoyed if you're right.
Let's find out, shall we? Which of those is the reflex angle? Yes, I tell you what, kids, I know they say there's no point going to school. I know everybody says it, but you know what? Occasionally it pays off. Occasionally it pays off. Tablets away, please, everybody.
Are you going for the shower curtain?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm going for. We have one round to go in today's House of Games Redemption Week special. Glenn has got a lovely 5-point lead. Look at that. Very tough to throw that away in the final round. It's been done, but not very often. OK, so looking good maybe for a first win for Glenn Moore. Shall we play Answer Smash for our first time this week?
Yes.
Let's do it. Fingers on buzzers, everyone. There is a point for every correct answer you give me. However, there is a point off if you buzz in and give me an incorrect answer. Don't forget. The only time on the show you can lose a point. Your first category is fruit and vegetables. Those will be the pictures. What word refers both to the central vertical section of a book cover and the backbone of an animal? That is Glenn.
Spineapple.
Spineapple. It is a spine and a pineapple. It's a spineapple. Next one. What two words precede symphony in the title of a 1997 UK top 10 hit for the Verve? Glenn.
Bittersweet potato.
Bittersweet potato. It is bittersweet symphony, and sweet potato, bittersweet potato. Next clue, next picture. Which 1990s sitcom starred Rick Mayall and Adrian Edmondson as the hapless duo Richie and Eddie? Glenn.
Bottomato.
It is bottom and tomato. Next category. Furniture. Which condiment containing mayonnaise, ketchup and gherkins is named after an archipelago in the St. Lawrence River between the USA and Canada? Yes, Kate.
Ranch dressing table.
It is not, I'm afraid. You lose a point. Anybody? I was looking for Thousand Island dressing table, I'm afraid. Thousand Island dressing and dressing table. Next clue, next picture. In the US entertainment industry, the Grammy, Emmy and Golden Globe are all types of what? Yes, that's Glenn.
A wardrobe.
That is right, a wardrobe. A ward and wardrobe is a wardrobe. Next clue, next picture. Who was the leader of the Labour Party at the time of the UK general election in 1983?
It rhymes with puff.
This is not rhyme time, Michael. Yes, Kate.
Michael Footstool.
Michael Footstool.
Oh, well.
It is Michael Footstool. Michael Footstool. Well played, Kate. Any more for any more? We're done for the day. Redemption has come for one of our contestants. Who is it? Glenn Moore. 14 points, Glenn. Very nicely done. Finally got one. Finally got one. And you've won yourself a prize.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Which of these would you like? Don't say shower curtain.
No, it's between the cafetiere and the fondue set, because the fondue set's iconic.
Yes.
I have no space for it.
Right.
And my girlfriend would hate for me to bring home the fondue set.
Well, listen, it depends what sort of relationship you have then.
Rocky, the fondue set, please.
There we go. Whoa. How about that? That's, that is redemption on one hand and then terrible loss on the other there for Glenn Moore. Very well played, Glenn. Our weekly leaderboard looks like this. Glenn has 4. Kate and Michael 3 each. Thanyia at the bottom there with 1. Plenty of time to go. 4 more days. Will we see more redemption? I'll see you all here, same time, same place tomorrow. Look forward to it ever so much. We'll see you as well on the House of Games.
This will fit under the bed, yeah.
What's that under Glenn's bed? It's a fondue set.
Yeah. Is that the chamber pot? No, no, fondue.
Well, it used to be a fondue set.